Gloria Asuko is HIV positive. She's visiting the hospital where she was first diagnosed 6 years before. Back then, she was so shocked and depressed, she rejected all medical help.
I said, before anyone knows I am HIV positive, let me poison myself. I will kill myself before people find out. The drugs that I was taking then, I put them in the dustbin. From then, I stopped taking any drugs.
I am not taking anything drugs.
Many in Africa believe HIV kills almost immediately. But with good medical care and a healthy lifestyle, patients can live with HIV for many years, even decades. The staff at this dedicated HIV clinic are hardworking and caring, but their patients are still deeply affected by stigma. The benches in this waiting room were packed with over 30 patients, but when the camera arrived, almost all moved away. They were too scared to be filmed.
Gloria, good morning.
Gloria has managed to overcome the stigma. She now regularly comes for checkups with her doctor. The key event which made her realise she could live with the virus was meeting an HIV-positive man who was clearly living a good life, unlike her.
He was healthy, very big and healthy. At that time, I didn't have any hair on my head. All my hair had fallen out. I was thin. I had rashes all over my body. I looked so skinny and ugly. So when I saw this rich man, I marveled. I looked at him from head to toe. I thought, is this man really the same as I am? This man was rich. He was tall. If he didn't tell you that he was HIV positive, you would never believe it. I looked out of the window. I saw what a beautiful Jeep he was driving. I said, God, surely one day I will drive a Jeep like this.
Inspired, she's tried to take good care of herself ever since. But a few months ago, she had to have surgery because of an infection in her intestines. Her doctor is concerned that the treatment she is receiving isn't sufficient to keep infections at bay.
But the drugs may be failing. You may not be responding to the drugs for one reason or the other. And I do remember that in the past, you had problems coming to the clinic because of transport and getting your drugs. So that may have been responsible. We don't know, but we need to find out.
Dr. Ajaji is one of the most important people in Gloria's life. He's cared for her from the day she was first diagnosed. The other people who've really helped her through the difficult times are the members of her support group. Being HIV positive themselves, they understand exactly what she's going through.
My support group is very nice. They help me a lot, financially, spiritually, and academically. Even when it comes to transport, when I don't have any money to go to school, they help me out.
They all share their own experience of stigmatization.
When I told my best friend of my HIV is positive status, she abandoned me, she ran away.
All in my area and in my church, they started stigmatizing me. People, even my own sisters.
They eat my food, they come to my house, I play with their children. But before I know it, they started withdrawing.
The group members encourage each other to resist being stigmatized.
They have to be strong in the face of stigma, because if I refuse to be stigmatized, I can hardly be stigmatized.
My mother stigmatized me, my friends, my reverend, they all stigmatized me. But today, I'm even living more better than them. Even one of them that stigmatized me died last week. She's lived without the HIV, but she still died before me.
The network encourages its members to be open about their HIV status, arguing that only honesty and accurate information can overcome the fear and ignorance that surrounds the disease.
Stigma does not only affect the person who is being stigmatized, it affects the whole community because it drives the epidemic on the ground.
By the time I came back to my seat, the woman gave me a heavy slap. Why must you touch my baby? Are you mad? So you know that you have HIV and you are touching my baby.
Stigma is based on self-preservation. People are afraid. They don't want to contract the virus because they've been told that the virus kills, and they believe that it is infectious, so that it can easily be transmitted from one person to another.
And at the end of the mass, the Reverend Father said, "The peace of God be unto you." And the people started shaking each other one by one, shaking each other. Yetunde, can you give me a handshake? By the time I wanted to shake somebody, I just saw it like this going. See you.
People just are afraid. That's the first. The second that we find fuels it is a lack of knowledge. So when they don't know and they're afraid, then it opens up a whole vista of speculations and all sorts of untrue things which are said. So you want first to educate the public and continuously do so.
A sudden rainstorm sends Gloria and her family scrambling for cover. They all work and live in harmony now. Gloria's mother has come to terms with her daughter's HIV status. Understanding has overcome fear, and she has some good advice for other mothers.
If they have to face what happened to me, I would advise them to go to the hospitals that care for HIV-positive people. Join the support groups. They'll give you courage and practical help. They will help you to survive.
Mother and daughter are now reconciled.
Yes, I would say our relationship is now much better than before. She won't give me too much housework. She won't even allow me to sweep the house. Our relationship now is much sweeter than ever before.
Gloria's father stood by her from the beginning. His love and compassion held the family together. He shows Gloria his plans for a new family home. He's already bought the land. Once he's saved enough for the building materials, he'll start construction. Maybe next year. Gloria's future is starting to look a little brighter.